Welcome, welcome, welcome to Strategy Sunday. It is Coach Jamila, and we are on point number 3 of my How to Get What You Want 6-step process. Okay, so we've already talked about make room, we've already talked about preparing. So number 3 is keep your head in the game and stay focused. That's what we're going to be talking about. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, if this is the first video you're watching as a part of this series, please hit stop, go back, and you need to watch the Strategy Sunday where I'm talking about how to make room, number 1, and then the second Strategy Sunday where I'm talking about being prepared, and you need to go in order. It's important because each video is building on the previous. So the third point is keep your head in the game and stay focused. Maintain a spirit of expectation. Positive affirmations read with enthusiasm and emotion daily, multiple times throughout the day, can help you to stay focused on what you're working towards and not let fear or self-doubt creep in. So in the previous 2 videos, I was using the example of if you are looking for a relationship or if you are trying to have a child. And so from my own personal experience. And so with this, I'll speak from the standpoint of having a child. So when we went to have our second son, my first pregnancy, of course, and like I said, you can check my YouTube channel for the story on what happened to my son in the NICU. But, I was focused on making sure that I had a strong bag of water. So I had done my research and I started taking those vitamins immediately. So that's what I was doing. And then I also recognized that my head had to be in the game, especially because we ended up finding out that I had a complete placenta previa, which you can't prevent and you can't do anything about it. It's just the baby implants were the baby implants and that's it. So I really felt strongly about making sure I was telling myself the right positive things every day. However, I'll put a comma there. I really had not done a whole lot of research at that point on affirmations and how to really make them effective. And so one mistake that I made was I used negative words like I have no complications or I don't this or that. And when you say that, all your brain hears is I have complications or I have this or that. It doesn't hear the negative. And so you're basically telling yourself actually the opposite of what you are trying to convey. So be careful. Make sure that you are doing it in the proper way, which of course is in the present tense, positive, and linked to an emotion like I love knowing, or I'm so excited that, or I'm so happy, I'm so grateful or thankful for. That's how you need to speak your affirmations to yourself. But I had them in my closet and I read them every day, multiple times throughout the day because I had a lot of fear, especially with having a complete placenta previa and then, what happened the first time around. I mean, I wasn't paralyzed with fear, like, I wasn't like something I was dwelling on, but if, when I would, as it got further along, at times I was like, I really can't, lose, I can't have anything happen to this child. I just couldn't deal with that, and of course, as I mentioned previously, that were conversations I, was having in prayer. But the point is that with this particular step, you need to keep your head in the game so that you're able to stay focused. Now, if you are looking for a relationship, one of the things that you should have done before you're getting in a relationship is, of course, worked on yourself, become the best version of you, and then make a list of the qualities, traits, and characteristics that you are seeking in a potential mate. Those would be qualities like a person who is loving and kind to me, that knows how to talk to me, that brings out the best in me, who's responsible with money, who is a saver, who takes good care of his mother. Those types of things are the things that you want to write down. Don't be worrying about so much the physical, superficial stuff. Who cares about any of that? The point is the character and the qualities of the individual. That's what you want to write down on this list. And you want to read through it every day, because by reading it, you're focused and you're going over it so that when that individual comes into your life, or someone comes into your life, you're going to know real quick whether or not that's what you're looking for or if it's not. And if it doesn't jive, then you're going to know you need to get rid of that. Okay? So that is basically all that this step involves, is staying focused, stay in the course, and reminding yourself every day of that this is what you want and this is how you want it to be. Now, can you control all the factors? Of course not. But if you don't set your mind with some type of intention or focus on being specific, then you'll just accept anything. Or you will not be looking. It's kind of like, when you buy a red car and then you go on the road, all you see is red cars. Okay. So if you're focused on these good qualities, for example, if you're looking for a relationship, then you're going to recognize when you see it. Do you see what I'm saying? And when it comes to having a baby, of course, pregnancy, you're linked with that child emotionally. And so it's so important, that you keep yourself focused and in a positive mindset. And then if you are trying to get pregnant, it's important to have affirmations that speak to that as well, because I did that too, because, we decided we wanted a child. And it was like, when you lose a child, your parents, and you have all this love, your parents with no child to love. You have no one to hold. And so you're like stuck, and you cannot replace a child. And the new child does not replace the old child, and they do not even, they can't fill the hole. They don't take away the pain, but what they do bring is their own joy and the happiness of having them and seeing them grow up and holding them and snuggling them is what you begin to focus on instead of the pain and the loss. You still grieve, but you're so focused on this happiness here that it helps you to just be able to move forward somewhat. So I digress a bit, but that's the point. That's it. So that's number 3, quick and easy. Make your list if you're looking for a relationship. That's just my example. And in both cases, you need to have, and then like if you're, in my case, if you're trying to have a kid, or not now, but then you want to set those positive affirmations. So whatever you want to make sure that you have your head in the game, that you're staying focused and telling yourself what your intention is for that particular goal every single day. All right?